There we are.
That's the political section of the programme.
Well, actually, later we're going to talk about anarcho-Marxism versus capitalism as a political system with it. Okay, stop that right there. No Celtic game this week because this Friday at Parkhead, Scotland will be taking on the Republic of Ireland. What are thoughts on the game, lads? Is it going to be a glorious victory for Scotland?
Don't care.
I don't know. Scotland are doing really well. Yeah, I think Scotland will win. Ireland will be great. And it'll be good to see Roy Keane getting hammered.
So, Brian, confident in the Scotland victory?
Looking at...
Yes. 8-0.
8-0 to Scotland.
To better the weekend's Juve, is it?
Yeah. Just looking down the squads, we've got, for Scotland, we've got Craig Gordon in there. Callum Patterson from Hearts has replaced Phil Bardsley after he was injured. Just looking at anyone else that kind of grabs my interest. We've got
other Championship players that are worth talking about.
There's tons of Championship players, basically.
Hi, I just want to say,
I
don't understand Callum Patterson because I would have had Shinnie from Inverness, who can play on either flank, who's been playing really, really well. And Callum Patterson's good.
Who's this guy that's just grabbed the mic?
Hi, just up.
Regular host Chris Gallagher makes a cameo appearance on the podcast this week after spending a half day sleeping and doing fuck all.
Yep. But I don't understand. This is the thing about Strachan. I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but I'm losing patience with him in terms of his squad picking. Although Johnny Russell's in the squad now.
Yep.
You've been losing patience with him when he's consistently improved since they
obviously it's a stupid thing to criticise him. Obviously the stuff he said last week about fixing the league so that Rangers get in and Hearts get in. I mean,
did you guys manage to talk about that in the last pod? Did that happen?
We talked about it a bit, didn't we, Sermanni?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just he's coming away with really fucking ridiculous comments about stuff like that's annoying me, and then just all of a sudden picking Lewis McLeod. Let's pick a young player for every squad. Why don't we just pick the best players we've got? Like, I'm all for promoting youth, but Ryan Gold didn't get a sniff last time. He wasn't even in the
but I think
squad.
His thinking is that he brings the youngsters in just to get them familiar with an international setup, and just because he's already said McLeod's not got a chance of playing, but he's just.
To me that's pointless. That's what the under 21s are for. I'd rather he played a competitive under 21 game than sit on just train with the first team.
But it gets them that kind of experience of what that step up in international.
I can understand it for friendlies. I can understand it for the England game. Have McLeod on the bench or Gold on the bench, and just have them. It's a friendly. That way they'll get to know the squad. Competitive game, we need as many options as we can get, and I mean that for all international football. I mean, Andy Stokes is in the Provo squad for Ireland.
I think he get the full call up.
Did they get the call up? So he's in the big team.
Right in the firing line for.
I mean, when I look at that Ireland team, the Ireland squad, other than Stokes and probably Coleman, I'm not really that impressed with any of them. I think they're all decent players, but they're all very. McCarthy might not make it. McGeady, obviously, but McGeady's Scottish, so.
Sorry, you've missed John O'Shea.
Yeah, I would rather have Grant Hanley in my team than John O'Shea. So there you go.
Who's the Ireland goalkeeper these days?
It's the guy from Millwall, David Ford. He's played the last couple of games.
Right.
I didn't, because I actually got to the point when I was watching the last Ireland game and I didn't know who it was. I didn't know who the keeper was.
David Ford, he really drives them on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
See, because we missed all the Astra fans earlier on, then that's an opportunity now.
But yeah, so I think, again, I'm sure you've slagged off Charlie Mulgrew for Celtic, and I'd just like to say he should be nowhere near the starting 11 for Scotland, because he's rubbish. But Anya, if Anya's fit, he missed the game of the weekend. So, I mean, I think the fear with Anya is you just put him in because of his past performances, as opposed to if he's not fully fit, you're not going to get the best out of him. So
it's quite weird though. I think Enya has actually been called up as a squad to sing the national anthem.
Funnily enough, Enya's got her own 90 Minute Cynic link. Mr. Gallagher, would you like to fill us in there?
This is really not interesting at all, and it's the third time we've done it because the recording's not worked twice. But my mum went to school with Enya, and the Crankies.
That was a much funnier, longer story before the record messed up. So, did either of your parents go to the school with the Crankies?
I think Brian's parents
Were the Crankies?
socially go out with the Crankies.
Let me ask you this point. Genuinely, right? Do you think they should boo Aidan McGeady?
The school of Crankies?
No, the Scotland fans, do you think they should boo Aidan McGeady?
No.
And if they do boo them, do you think it'll be sectarianly founded, or do you think it will just be out of frustration?
It'll be, well, Aidan McGeady's used to getting booed at away games in Scotland, so I don't think it's going to be a big shock to him, but...
He's used to getting booed at Parkhead.
in fact, we'll probably boo him. I think he's an opposition player, so Scotland fans should boo him for that aspect of it, not the fact that Scotland didn't give him an opportunity, so he went and played for Ireland.
Basically, let's cut to the chase here. He will get booed. Some of it will be pantomime booing. Some of it will be sectarian fueled. There are people that probably think that he's a wee insert.
Gordon McQueen, who seems to have stoked it up a bit today. Him and McCarthy's basically just... Aye.
I mean, I'm all for building up a football match and all that, but I think that's just really inappropriate. I think
Gordon McQueen's going to boo the likes of James Morrison and Grant Hanley and
that's the thing.
all the rest that are playing for Scotland.
Well, Grant Hanley is actually Scottish, to be fair. But
is he?
Aye.
I suppose he looks kind of Scottish.
James Morrison and well, it's funny because I was talking to my father about this yesterday. So, someone like Akichi Anya, who
He's from Castlemilk, is he not?
was born in. He was born in Castlemilk. I think he grew up. He was there for 3 years, and then he left, and he's grown up in England. Is he Scottish?
Ray Houghton was the same. He's born in Castlemilk, stayed there for a few years, and then moved to England.
No, I think
played for Ireland.
No, I think did Ray Houghton lived in
Not for
Castlemilk?
very long. He moved away to England when he was quite young.
He's got a pretty strong Glaswegian accent.
I thought Ray Houghton was here. He moved down to a club when he was maybe 15 or 16. But anyway, my point is with that, Anya is Scottish. Phil Bardsley, he's Scottish. He was born here, but because you're born in a stable doesn't make you a horse. Am I right? Belter,
Chris.
Jesus, a horse.
That analysis was fantastic.
No, I just think it's funny, guys like Gordon McQueen coming out slagging off Aidan McGeady, but as you guys say, he's willing to cheer a Morrison goal against England. It's all such...
Don Hutchison scoring against England at Wembley, then...
Matt Elliott playing for Scotland and then coming out afterwards saying, I didn't really care. I was supporting England when they played in the playoffs and all this, and you're just like, fucking idiot, man. Hey,
that's
Matt
the
Elliott, Christ, remember him?
International football these days, so... if people boo McGeady because he's an opponent, fine. If it's for any other reason, then they're a ball bag.
Phil Bardsley wasn't born in Scotland. I knew you made that up.
Phil Bardsley was born in Glasgow. But Phil Bardsley was born in Glasgow.
Wikipedia
I'm
says...
sorry. According to Wikipedia, I was born in Salford, England. Salford is a large metropolitan area which runs into Manchester. His father was born in Glasgow.
Well,
which isn't the same as him being born in Glasgow.
What I was led to believe was Phil Bardsley was born in Glasgow because his parents were on holiday in Glasgow and his mum went into labour.
Yeah, they were up for an Enya concert.
Supported by the Crankies. I'd buy a ticket for that. Do you know the Crankies are really... You should go and see the Crankies in Panto. They're very good at what they do. No, as is John Barrowman.
No, John Barrowman.
They're not.
Yeah, they're good. Go to see them at Pavilion. I went last year to see... I was at the one where Barrowman fell off the horse. It was great. Broke his back or something.
Did he?
It was pretty good.
Nice.
Aye. Anyway.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yep. So we had a couple of wee questions on the Twitter sphere, as I've decided to start calling Twitter. And that's a thing now. Just carry on with it. So Genty, that's at Genty1888. Yes, well done. Good tweeter. He's saying you guys have got me swatting up my European football at the weekends now. I watched Le Classique last night, so that's Marseille PSG. And he's asking, are Marseille a 90s Celtic and PSG a 90s Rangers? Marseille had some great play but didn't take chances. PSG won with players they couldn't normally afford. Thoughts on that?
Interesting comparison.
I would tend to agree. Chris was talking about this, and a very good point that Marseille are very attacking, attractive footballers. Defence maybe a little bit shakier than they would like.
Defence is rubbish.
PSG, not so attractive football. As Genty's saying, they've got a lot of money they've splashed out.
In fact, has Marseille not still got Fanny playing at the back?
No.
I think he started last night. I think Big Rod started last night.
Did he?
Just wanted to say the word Fanny.
I know.
Rod Fanny.
Rod Fanny. They'll get a Wanga playing for them as well. Genuinely.
The other reason I was going to say Marseille are Celtic of the 90s is that the referees just hate them. As Marek was saying, the institutions, I guess.
Because they cheated. Because they paid off referees. I mean,
saying that
It doesn't seem to bother you when it comes to Juventus having done it, Christopher.
Juventus never done it. That was
Yes,
never
they did.
proved.
Oh yeah, it was never proved. Yeah.
No, they are the thing about Marseille is they are the kind of downtrodden, not non-establishment class. Very similar to Boca and very similar to Celtic.
Exactly.
But when Tapie was at Marseille, were they not the kind of establishment club?
Anybody who gets money,
Just
establishment club though, don't
French football's just guff, basically.
That is really not.
It is. Do you know?
That's a statement from a guy who thinks West Brom versus Leicester is more interesting than Nantes versus fucking Lorient. Do you know what I mean? You don't fucking like football, Brian. Go back to your English Premier League.
I don't like West Brom or Leicester. That's slightly. After all that sleep, where is the aggression came from?
I think he's just a little bit dozy. He needs a wee rest.
I'm really sorry.
But genuinely, I watched a lot of the French league last season, and it's garbage. It's boring and it's awful.
It's not garbage, but it's very slow. It's very slow.